Coming up on DITV, we tell you what you need to know about potential gun reform and developments on the Florida shooting.
Later on, we tell you the Board of Regents ruling on the Wynn Institute.
Well, women's volleyball is back, but some Hawkeyes are going to be trying out for a new team. We'll tell you more in sports.
Sunny skies, warm temperatures, and a little bit of rain. Find out more in weather.
We have all that and more coming right up.
Get ready because DITV starts right now.
Good morning and welcome to DITV. I'm Becca Scadden.
And I'm Susanna Kloster. We're bringing the latest news from Washington. Wednesday, President Donald Trump spoke on current gun laws, specifically about background checks. In a tweet, the president stated, quote, "I will be strongly pushing comprehensive background checks with an emphasis on mental health, raise age to 21, and end sale on bump stocks. Congress is in the mood to finally do something about the issue. I hope," end quote. He also commented on various reports of him wanting to arm teachers, responding by saying, quote, "I never said give teachers guns like was stated on fake news at CNN and at NBC. What I said was to look at the possibility of giving concealed guns to gun-adept teachers with military or special training experience. Only the best 20%. A lot of teachers would now be able to," end quote.
We have several updates on the Valentine's Day shooting in Florida. It's been revealed that the school officer on duty at Jefferson High School never entered the building during the shooting. Officials state that the officer, Scott Peterson, stood outside the school fully armed for 4 out of the 6 minutes. Peterson was suspended without pay and placed under investigation before he chose to resign.
In light of the school shooting at Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, a student and survivor, Emma Gonzalez, has become a voice for students across the nation. I give you more about her story here.
Emma Gonzalez, a senior in high school when her life was torn apart by the Parkland shooting that killed 17 of her classmates. Instead of wanting thoughts and prayers, though, Emma is seeking immediate action.
This isn't just a mental health issue. He went in the Parkland getting students with a knife. We stop blaming the victims for something that was the shooter's fault.
She has become an outstanding voice for her school, community, and the effort to seek more gun control within our country. Just this past Wednesday, Emma spoke at the CNN Parkland Town Hall meeting where she asked NRA spokesperson Dana Loesch this.
The shooter at our school obtained weapons that he used on us legally. Do you believe that it should be harder to obtain these semi-automatic and weapons and the modifications for these weapons to make them fully automatic like bump stocks?
Though she is about to graduate high school this spring, Emma has made her voice heard by the entire country. And she's not going to stop until these gun laws are reformed and changed.
The impact of this and shootings is being felt nationwide, even in Iowa today. The Dubuque Community School District canceled school due to a gun threat. Stick with us as we give you local reactions next week.
Steve Wynn's name has been officially removed from the University of Iowa Institute for Vision Research after allegations of sexual misconduct. The Board of Regents voted on the motion Thursday, passing it with no discussion. The naming of the institute was initially approved during August of the Regents in recognition of his $25 million gift commitment to the institute. Director of the institute, Edwin Stone, said he supports the UI's decision to rename the institute, stating, quote, "Physicians and scientists at the University of Iowa have worked to develop affordable tests and treatments for patients with inherited eye diseases for more than 30 years. And we will continue to work toward the eradication of heritable blindness with every fiber of our beings until this very important mission is achieved," end quote. For more on the renaming, check out the front page of the Daily Iowan, where reporter Emily Wingen gives us a more in-depth look.
So Emma, it's looking, Becca, it's looking pretty dreary outside, so what do you think the weather's going to look like?
Yeah, absolutely, Susanna. It's definitely starting to warm up. I've seen all the snow melting around campus, but rain is not really my favorite. Let's toss over to John to see if it's going to clear up this week. John?
Thanks, guys. This past week has been quite a crazy one for weather. We saw low temperatures in the teens and high temperatures reaching the upper 40s, along with 3 days of fog, 2 days with snow, and yesterday we even had a little bit of rain. This afternoon, you can expect partly cloudy skies with a high temperature of 40 degrees, and at night, partly cloudy skies again with a low of 25 degrees. With this past week being all over the place, the upcoming week looks like it'll be pretty consistent with above freezing temperatures and a small amount of rain. Let's go check it out right now with our extended forecast. Tomorrow will be rainy with an afternoon high temperature of 42 degrees, and at night, a low temperature of 27 degrees. Sunday, you will see mostly sunny skies with an afternoon high temperature in the mid-40s and overnight low temperatures in the mid-20s. On Monday, expect sunny skies with afternoon highs in the lower 50s and at night lows in the upper 20s. Forecast is looking great for Tuesday with a repeat of sunny skies with a high temperature in the upper 50s and nighttime low temperatures in the upper 30s. Finally, on Wednesday, expect some rain with high temperatures in the mid-50s and at night low temperatures in the mid-30s. All in all, pretty nice weather headed our way for the upcoming week. Do yourself a favor and get outside, throw a frisbee, ride a bike. Just do whatever you have to do to take advantage of this upcoming weather. That's your weather for this week. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, John. Dance Marathon 25 has some new faces on its directors team. Thursday, the UI's largest student organization announced the names of 3 directors for next year. These positions include event, business, and family relations directors. Alicia Norton is the new event director. Sam Richter is the new business director, and Yasmin Rose was named the new director of family relations. Last year's Dance Marathon team raised more than $3 million, beating their previous fundraising record.
Today, the University of Iowa celebrates its 171st birthday. To mark the occasion, Campus Activities Board has organized a special celebration. Today in the Iowa Memorial Union, free black and gold cupcakes will be given out for free, but there's a catch. Specially marked cupcakes will be given out at random. To those who receive these special cupcakes, they will win a variety of prizes. This goes from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m., so hurry out and don't forget to bring your appetites.
In the latest Olympic news, Team USA scores major wins.
USA Women's Hockey Canada wins the gold. This is the first win for the U.S. women's hockey team since 1998.
Michaela Striffen takes home a gold and silver in skiing, and the U.S. curling team brings home the gold after defeating 3-time defending gold medalist Canada. This comes to a total of 8 gold medals, 7 silver, and 6 bronze medals for the U.S. team so far. Well, Susanna, love hearing about Olympic news. That was an awesome win for the women's hockey team.
Yeah, it was really exciting to see that. But Bo has more in the sports studio with our local Hawkeye Sports. Bo?
Yeah, guys, I enjoy the Winter Olympics too, but let's focus here in Iowa City. The Iowa baseball team is back on the road this weekend after starting their season out with a 3-0 sweep last week. And here's what the players and coaches had to say on heading down to New Orleans to try and keep their win streak alive.
It feels good to win the games, but looking at the big picture, we didn't play all that well. We walked a lot of guys and we gave up a lot of free bases. Stranded a lot of runners in a couple of those games. But on the positive side, I really like the fact that we found a way, to win. We found a way to keep fighting when we were behind. To have a comeback win in the 9th inning in Game 1 is pretty exciting and great to see from our team. And it's nice to be able to come back this week and be able to work on a lot of things and try to clean some things up. And we didn't have to learn the hard way. We didn't have to have a couple losses to do that. So hopefully, we can get that fixed this week and play a little bit cleaner this weekend.
I think it's a really good way to start off the season. We got confidence rolling into the second weekend. I think we didn't even play as good as we could have, so I'm looking forward to see our full potential. I think defensively we had a couple mess-ups that we could clean up pretty easily. We had a couple mental mistakes that happened on the base paths. Just small things for the most part. I think if we can hit better and we can do all aspects better, I believe.
The Hawkeyes open up the Sugar Bowl Classic today at 12:30 against Virginia Tech. The women's golf team here at the University of Iowa is excited and ready to kick off their spring season as they travel to Arizona to compete in the Westbrook Invitational. Let's hear from some of the golfers and the coaches about what they expect out of this weekend.
I think it's always exciting just to get out this spring and get started. So I think they're ready. I think they've been working really hard, and I think you're always just going out to try to win the event. So we're going to put a good game plan together and see what we have.
I think everyone posts really good scores here, especially on our team. So I think this is going to really help us get our confidence back and really post some good scores this year or this season and try to make the NCAAs.
I think we're traveling today with a different roster, so I think it would be good to work on team chemistry and kind of take that and elevate it to having a more unanimous goal of, I think, moving upwards as a team.
For me, it's like the third time I've been to this course, so I know it pretty well, and it's a pretty straightforward course, so it's not going to be really scary because we've kind of been indoors for so long, so I think it's a good place for us to start our season off right.
Goals are to stay present, keep working. We've been working hard all winter, and so we're just trying to keep a positive attitude the whole time, see what the days bring us, and then kind of make adjustments from there, and then hopefully by the end of the day we're in a spot where we can compete and try to win.
Hopefully the team will return home with their first trophy of the season and a new sense of confidence to continue to strive for victory with the tournaments to come. Now the University of Iowa volleyball players Bree Orr, Haley Johnson, and Reagan Coyle and Kelsey O'Neill will try out for the U.S. women's national team at the U.S. Olympic Training Center in Colorado Springs on March 2nd through the 4th. The tryouts include approximately 240 athletes competing for positions on the U.S. Collegiate National Team programs with both domestic and international. Iowa volleyball head coach Bon Szymanski talked about his players being invited to the tryouts yesterday, stating, quote, "We are proud to sponsor our student athletes to compete for the red, white, and blue. It's a great opportunity for them to train and compete with the best young players in the nation. These are invaluable experiences for our Hawkeyes," end quote. Daily Iowan reporter Taylor Van Fleet will have more from the women going to compete for a spot on the Team USA during Tuesday's Sportcast. Now, unfortunately, the Winter Olympics are wrapping up in just a few days here. Thankfully, there is one club sport here on campus that'll keep one winter sport going. With more is Lucy Rodin.
Last year, the University of Iowa figure skating team hit the rink at the Coral Ridge Ice Arena when they became an official club sport here at Iowa.
I had to ask around, send out emails. I found a lot of members here because a lot of people like to come to this rink to try to skate.
Since the club is still new to Iowa, the program is completely self-funded and participation level is on an individual basis.
We come and practice on our own terms. To the younger members, they have classes, but for more advanced members, you find your own coach. And then you can also compete.
And so we compete against schools in the Midwest. So we'll travel to all different schools. Like this year, we went to the University of Minnesota in Twin Cities and the Western Michigan University.
However, the figure skating club at Iowa is less about the competitions and more about love for the sport.
It's really like a fun time. Like you just get to be able to meet all types of new people and share the love of figure skating.
Try it out. Even if you've never skated before, we have beginners classes that are very accommodating, and you never know what you're going to learn to love.
And although the figure skating club here at Iowa does accept members of all skill levels, don't expect to see this Southerner out on the ice anytime soon. Reporting from inside the Coral Ridge Mall, this has been Lucy Rodin for DITV Sports.
That's too bad. Really hoping to see Lucy out there on the ice. Come back on Monday for all your Hawkeye highlights from the weekend. Guys, back to you.
Each Friday, we here at DITV are proud to bring in the ICAC Animal of the Week. This is reserved for that one special animal at the Animal Care and Adoption Center who is ready to meet their new family.
This week we are featuring Steve, the biggest bundle of energy. Steve loves meeting new people and is 1-year-old Australian Shepherd mix. He's a puppy at heart. Steve is looking for a big active family and older brothers and sisters.
Steve is super excitable and a bit vocal. He's house trained, however, kennel and obedience training is recommended. Steve would fit right into houses with other cats or dogs.
If you have a lap to fill or some pets to give, Steve is the perfect dog who will love and be sure to love any and all attention he can get.
For more information on Steve and other animals, please visit the ICAC website, call them at their phone number, or just stop by for a visit. They'd love to see you. Well, everyone, that's a wrap on this morning's broadcast for DITV. I'm Becca Scadden.
And I'm Susanna Closter. That's all we have. See you next time.